Gents, you ready? Main event time.
Let's talk about the main event of the evening, folks.
And I mean, I just am still always so stunned at Ray Phoenix, man. I am the biggest Ray Phoenix mark for sure. Just the stuff he does, it's just wow, 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 wow. This was, a good way to send us home. Obviously, the fans were not happy, and so you're just crushing everyone's hopes, leaving the event pissed off or mad, for us to leave hopefully on a high note at All Out. But overall, as Bond said, we saw 3 great tag teams and then the Good Brothers performing in this match. But standouts.
I did say that.
You did.
Not my words, by Bond's words. But Ray Phoenix and Luchasaurus once again having an outstanding match. I mean, the strength he was, ragdoll and gallows essentially at sometimes that he was performing, the high spots that he was doing. It's fun to see the tandem work again with Jurassic Express. So often we're seeing Jungle Jack run solo, which he deserves and can definitely hand on his own. But the tandem stuff, that's what really got them in AEW. So it's fun to have that, and we're going to see more of it, obviously, at All Out. But a lot going on in this match. Not as crowd is so hot for Lucha Brothers, and I think it's time, baby. Cero Mano.
Yeah, I'm all for that, man. I agree. There was a lot going on. There was almost too much going on in this match, but it was right on that cusp of being too much to where it was perfect.
Yep.
Walk that line like Ray Phoenix walks the rope.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was a tightrope, just like Ray Phoenix does all the time. The match itself, great. Luchasaurus, like you said, my star of the match was fantastic. He's been on fire lately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see it. I love to see the big guy.
My eyes are bugging out of my head, brother. You've been heaping praise on Luchasaurus recently.
Hey, he's been great. I like when the big guy goes in there and can do a moon. Yeah, when the big guy goes in there and does a moonsault and throws around his weight like he owns it. Instead of just going in there for 30 seconds of offense, he's actually going in there and dominating guys, and I love that. When you have a big guy like him who's that athletic and that able to just throw people around, and who can do a standing moonsault in the ring, and he's 6'10", like you got to utilize that guy. You know what I mean?
Dude.
It's super impressive, and so. This match itself is awesome. I loved at the end when we saw the post match with Brandon Cutler as my hero. I love Brandon Cutler. He was so what happened for anybody who didn't watch. Oh, it was hilarious. They dropped the cage down on everybody after the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers won. And then Brandon Cutler, anytime anybody tried to climb the cage, was spraying them in the face with cold spray. And it was maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen him do. And I feel like every week I'm saying the thing he did was the funniest thing he's ever done. And
him on Rampage he was the star of Rampage last week with his shenanigans in the ring, zipping his coat back up, the dancing and stuff that guy is at the top of his game right now in Stooge land.
Phenomenal Stooge. But I mean, I know that the humor was great. But the lasting visual for me end of it was, dude, those super kicks.
Oof. That sound
that Nick was just throwing super kick after super kick after super kick after super kick. I was just like, damn, man, like it was getting brutal. Like it was like, all right, enough. Like Kenny himself had to kind of be like, all right. And like, I mean, I will say this, heading into All Out, there are signs that like, are there going to be chinks in the armor of the Elite? And you wonder what's going to happen. And I think we've all been predicting the fall of the Elite. And every time we do, we're always they always come out on top. And then we get to a point where it's like, who can beat these guys? Like seriously. This was a great story though. And because it was a reminder of the cage and what a role it's going to play at the pay-per-view.
I liked how they brought it down. That
was very smart. They're not going to have those numbers games. They're not going to have that kind of advantage at the pay-per-view when that cage is the separator between them. The Lucha Bros are going to be able to have them in the cage, man to man. Like that's going to be like where all the antics, Bonds, every single column, it feels like you talking about the antics of the Elite.
And I don't think they're doing that week. Antics.
I think this is gonna be a game changer at the pay-per-view. And I think that the match itself, yes, there will probably be some hints at shenanigans, but I think this is gonna be a really nice way to allow that talent to shine. But SPD, the Bucks and the Lucha Bros.
Yeah,
I know we got to see tonight FTR versus PNP, and that's kind of like my kind of jam. Like that's my style. But when you see the Lucha Bros and the Bucks, it's a totally different style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But in the steel cage, I think that is a match at All Out. When I look at this card, that's the type of match right there that could potentially steal the entire show.
Agree.
I think that's a real special moment to be able to see that kind of talent in the cage. I want to see those two go at it without a lot of outside noise for once. I would be, that's really my hope, to allow these teams to just go at each other and be creative and have a blast with it. But I want them to get the proper stage.
Yeah, they will. And I think there still might be, like you said, some shenanigans here and there. Maybe they hide some cold spray in the cage or whatever. But all in all, I think the attempted shenanigans, the cage is going to prohibit them, and then that will cost them the victory as well.